So you asked me about how data drives the touch. Well, data is everything. And especially our members here at TBTF, a lot of them get very involved, granular with data. And we do too here at Genesis Direct, because the more we know about our prospect or our customer, the more relevant the touch that we can send to them. And if it's a client, you've got lots of data. Hopefully you've got transactional data. What purchase they made, when they last made their purchase. And that is perfect information, if you know what to do with it, for cross-sell. If you like X, can we offer you Y? Amazon does this all the time. Upsell, if you're buying a 3-pack, what if you bought a 6-pack and saved 10%? And then retention too. You can see where your customers are in their buying cycle. And if they've been coming to your weight loss clinic for 12 weeks and now you haven't seen them in 3, you might want to be concerned, and so you'll reach out with a very relevant touch to minimize attrition or increase retention. So there's a lot you can do with the data. With a prospect file, if it was B2B, you might only have SIC code and number of employees and sales. But that could even allow you to do some sort of graphic that speaks to that industry or that space. Now you get into B2C, you've got all kind of demographic data, you've got psychographic data. You could make the piece look very relevant to the recipient, even if they don't really know what all was running behind the scenes, but it kind of speaks to them, maybe from a gender standpoint, ethnicity, the season of the year, geography, locations, digitized map to nearest store. And then of course, as I said, once you get into a client file and you're getting all those transactions and you know how to slice and dice it and analyze it and model it, you can really speak to people. And the term junk mail was foisted on us by another industry, but really good Tommy direct marketing, where you send the right message at the right time to the right person, is welcome, as would a very relevant email that came at that point. So data helps the industry, and our members could utilize that to reach out to their prospect to build their business by engaging them with an offer that hits them at the right time. What is that VDP, variable data printing? That has come along the last probably 4 or 5 years, and it's getting, for years they were talking about this marriage of data and printing and one-to-one marketing. And for the longest time, while the data was there, the printing capabilities hadn't arrived on the scene. But we're there now. I mean, with digital 4-color lasers and very robust campaign management, database marketing platforms, you can design a direct mail piece where the images are switching out on the fly. I mean, literally, in the seconds, in 4-color. So, we show pieces where if you saw them laid out to the individual, they look very relevant. We have I want the TBTF members to think about how that might help them grow their business. I mean, what could I put on the piece, the touch that I'm going to send to my prospect that would relate to them and engage them enough to where they'd want to follow up, have a conversation. So it could be logos changing out for one of our retailer dealers that sells a lot of motorcycles all over the country. So depending on a Harley or a Kawasaki, the bike changes, the logo changes, the prospect names in color, the URL changes, or maybe the personal URL. The premium changes, the date of the sale changes, and it's all happening on the fly. And so the end result is a really clever, personalized piece that I'm going to say, oh yeah, that's where I bought my bike. I'm going to follow up, see what they've got at this Labor Day sale. But running behind the scenes was all these 4-color graphics based on the data. So the data drive the touch, and so hence the term variable data printing.